Hi everyone, this is Heather Lottinen from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 282, and I'm wondering if you purchase your gear or have you purchased your gear on Amazon.com, because there are some big changes coming. Many people will purchase from Amazon because they will not have to pay sales tax on the items that they are purchasing. But I am reading this from my laptop to you because I am not an attorney, an accountant, a tax specialist, none of the above, and I am just conveying the information I have learned. Starting April 1st, Amazon will calculate, collect, and remit sales tax for orders shipped to customers in Pennsylvania, the company said in its Seller Central portal, which is only available to merchants. Okay, right, that's fine. Pennsylvania is just the second state following Amazon's home state of Washington that's part of a new service called Marketplace Tax Collection, which CNBC reported in November. Lawmakers in Pennsylvania passed a bill last year requiring internet retailers to charge and collect sales tax, leveling the playing field for physical stores. The new law in Pennsylvania requires sales tax collection regardless of whether the merchant has a physical operation in the state. So, if a small clothing business in Atlanta sends a dress to Philadelphia, it now has to charge and collect the 6% sales tax. To date, Amazon has collected tax on items that it sells, but has left it to the third-party merchants on the platform to handle their own tax collection where applicable. In addition to Washington and Pennsylvania, states including Colorado and South Dakota have passed laws compelling the collection of internet sales tax. What do you think about this? That means, let's take for example, you order a Canon 5D Mark IV from the Amazon, and that clocks in at just under $3,300, which is what you would pay currently if you purchase it on Amazon. But if you purchase it on Amazon after April 1st, you will also be charged $200 approximately in sales tax, which Amazon will collect and remit to the state of Pennsylvania. Now, for some of you, this is going to be a huge deal. And for others of you, it's going to be completely meaningless, which I'll explain why in a second. But if you are a business and you are ordering gear online, you are required by law, by the state of Pennsylvania, to pay use tax on those items anyway. Now, everyone, whether a business or just a consumer, is required to pay use tax, but not many people do it. Businesses do, however, because Pennsylvania will find you and ask you to pay use tax. Okay, I think I might be confusing two issues here, and I want to make sure this is really clear. If you purchase something inside of the state of Pennsylvania in a physical store, you will be charged sales tax. They will collect it and remit it to the state of Pennsylvania. If you purchase something outside of the state and it is shipped to you in Pennsylvania, currently you do not pay sales tax because that seller does not collect and remit that sales tax to Pennsylvania. But starting April 1st, Amazon will be doing that. Okay, why is this meaningless to some of us and so important to others? I'll tell you why it's meaningless to me. Because as a business, I have been paying sales tax via the use tax on my gear for many, many years. Let me explain. Use tax is a sales tax on purchases made outside of one's state of residence on taxable items that will be used or consumed in one state of residence and on which no tax was collected in the original state of purchase. And if you go to the PA Department of Revenue's website, it says Pennsylvania law requires the payment of use tax by any person who purchases taxable goods or services delivered into or used in Pennsylvania if sales tax is not collected by the vendor. Use tax is the counterpart of the state and local sales taxes. So that's why you'll hear me talk about them almost interchangeably. They're not, but it's the counterpart of that. Okay, so why does this matter? It says on their website, why is this important? It's a matter of fairness. Pennsylvania businesses want to operate fairly. Okay, I'm sure that's what it is. This is meaningless to me, this Amazon news, because, well, see, I've been in business for 15 years, and I did not know about the use tax. So back in the day, when the only place you could buy your gear, your big purchases, was a big camera store in New York City, I was not paying tax on my camera gear. Well, I was probably 2 years into my business when I received a super friendly letter inviting me into the world of the PA Department of Revenue. I'm pretty sure they just wanted to reach out and touch base. But in that letter, they strongly suggested that I look at my purchases for my business and pay use tax. Okay, I was on their radar, which is shocking because my business was very small at the time. They will find you. They will find you if you are a business, and they will be asking you ever so politely, inviting you to pay use tax on items that you have purchased outside of the state of Pennsylvania, had shipped in, and did not pay sales tax on. They will find you, and you will submit it, and you will pay it, and you will be happy to live in a free country. That's just the way it is. So the fact that Amazon would collect and remit sales tax is meaningless to me because I'm already doing that. Now, it's everything to say a hobbyist or someone starting out who is not submitting use tax in the state of Pennsylvania, and they're now going to be charged that tax. Well, they'll be covered, but it could be a big deal. Do regular people submit and pay use tax on goods and services that they purchase outside of the state of Pennsylvania? Well, before I hopped on here, I looked up a few statistics, and it looks like about 1.6% of regular people pay use tax. So you can read between those lines and come to your own conclusion. Nobody's paying it. But businesses are, because PA will find you. Okay, so if you are a hobbyist or a regular person and you're not paying use tax, and chances are you're not, and you order your gear from Amazon starting April 1st, they will charge you sales tax because they will be collecting and remitting that to the state of Pennsylvania, only the second state behind Washington, which is where Amazon is headquartered. I imagine that other states will follow suit, but who knows? Okay, in the meantime, if this is a huge issue for you and could be a deal breaker in terms of your budget for gear, then why not order online from, say, a local camera store that may or may not be in the state of Pennsylvania, is possibly right over the border in the state of Ohio, and would ship to you, and then you would not be paying that sales tax or use tax? I'm not saying that this is what you should be doing. I am saying that as a business, anything that I purchase outside of the state, I pay use tax on. And Amazon's going to make sure that you do as well. But I can see how there could be some ways around this. Not that I am ever advocating doing anything less than legal, because I wish to sleep at night. So I will pay all my taxes again quite happily to live in a free country. This was meant to be informative. And the information is this. To recap, I will read it so I don't mess it up. Starting April 1st, Amazon will calculate, collect, and remit sales tax for orders shipped to customers in Pennsylvania. I mean, we've been called out. The company said in its Seller Central portal, yeah, whatever. All right, Pennsylvania is just the second state, followed behind Washington. Is this interesting to you? Well, it was very interesting to me, only because I know a lot of photographers order their gear from out of state so that they don't have to pay sales tax. Well, you're going to have to pay it now if you're ordering through Amazon. But technically, if you're a business, legally you should be paying use tax anyway, which I am. I encourage you to do the same if you have a business. If you are a regular person, you might be amongst the, 98.4% of Americans who do not pay use tax. I hope that you found this useful. I'll see you in the next video.